Hello guys and welcome back to another news update. So if I look stupidly tired, that's because I am. I've just come off of a really big uh, shift at work. But I'm here to bring you the news. So there's quite a few things being talked about in WWE right now. So you may have noticed on Raw Fallout this week that the woken Matt Hardy gimmick has been teased. I think they're in the final discussions of having it patented, and once that's gone through, they can debut that. So it should be debuting probably in the next couple of weeks, probably by the Royal Rumble, I would have thought. Uh, and talking about the Hardys, Jeff Hardy has also said recently that he was expected to be back relatively soon, but his injury is worse than they thought, and they're looking more around April they'll be back, which is interesting. That's the same time as WrestleMania, so I expect Jeff to be back in time for WrestleMania. Other news that there has been quite a lot of talks about returns recently. So I think I may have spoke of previously about Hulk Hogan coming back for the 25th anniversary show. Other ones talked about, which the first one that interests me would be Chris Jericho. The reason why Chris Jericho interests me is because Chris Jericho is set to be coming back for roughly about the Royal Rumble time, so January, which will be just following his match in New Japan, which kind of confirms that Vince McMahon kind of sent him over there to lure Kenny Omega to come over to WWE, which is interesting thought. So that's possible. There's also talks. Batista has been into talks with WWE about not just coming back on a short-term run like last time, but a full-time schedule including live events and everything. So I'm not sure if people are going to want that or not. WWE seem to believe, and there's quite a few people actually that seem to believe that they do want that is what they want. I'm not too sure about that. He's never been a wrestler that I've been a fan of. It's just too slow, and I don't see him selling anything well either. So all he's got is muscles. I'm not a fan of him. Another one that was in talks of returning is Rey Mysterio, interestingly enough. Rey Mysterio was contemplating coming back only because his son, Dominic, is wanting to get into wrestling, and if it helped him get into the business easier and get him along further, then he was planning himself on coming back to WWE to help out with that. So I'm not sure what sort of role he would be coming back in, whether it be a backstage one or in the ring. We would have to wait to see about that. And one other return that has been talked about is Daniel Bryan. Now, it seems like they're already pushing it with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon kind of pushing against each other. He's in talks with WWE to get himself cleared by their doctors as well to come back. So hopefully he should be coming back to the ring soon. I mean, I can see them currently trying to turn him heel. It's not going to work. It's just going to push the fans further into his favour. But then it might set up a good match between him and Shane McMahon. Who knows? We'll have to see about that. Now, I've already spoke about Jeff Hardy's injury. A couple other injuries in it is Kurt Angle has apparently been working injured recently, so that's interesting, but it seems like it's just a minor knee injury and it should be sorted soon. He's still fine to work and is still happy to be going into a program with Triple H. And there was another injury, which, why can't I think of what it is right now? The other injury, there it is, of course. Drew McIntyre. So it turns out that at the NXT pay-per-view for War Games, he was injured in there, and it seems to be relatively serious, that he could be out for maybe 6 months. He has said that he will be back in 2018. That's not clear on when he'll be back. So I reckon it's about a 6 month, try and get there in the end, 6 month injury. So he'll probably be back roughly around that time. But who knows, he might be back before then. He seems to be quite good at recovering from injuries and getting himself back on the road again pretty quick. So we'll have to see there. There is only one other thing left for me to talk about, and that would be Finn Balor, where he was supposed to have been going into a title match against Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, but that has been cancelled now, and Brock Lesnar no longer has an opponent at the Rumble because Vince McMahon, get this, doesn't think he's over. So he's actually said those words that he doesn't think he's over. So just recently, Finn Balor has sent out 5-6 posts about him not being over. And then he even posted a picture of there was a poll on WWE.com of who do you think should challenge Brock Lesnar next, and it first started off he was about 45% up over everyone else, which was massively above, and since then it's gone up to about 62%, and I think it's even going higher since then. So, you know, he is massively over. So, yeah. Finn Balor's not happy with WWE saying he's not over, but there is very much conclusive proof out there that he is. But then, we'll have to see where that goes. We'll have to see. I mean, Vince McMahon might change his mind and go, oh, actually, all these polls are saying how good he actually is. Let's go back to the original plan. Either way, that has been it for today, guys. So I will see you next time. Bye for now. Bye with more news. Bye.